Good morning, Taurus. Welcome to Kiki's Doorway. Let's see what our past life wants us to know for September 1st to September 7th, 2018. God, Gaia, God, Goddess, Mother, Father. What does Taurus past life want us to know about our greatest asset? What does our past life want Taurus to know about their greatest asset? What actions will Taurus be taking to show their greatest asset to themselves and others? What actions will Mr. and Miss Taurus will be taking September 1st to September 7th in showing their greatest asset to themselves and others? What actions show their greatest assets to others and themselves? What actions will they be taking to show their greatest asset of themselves? Okay. Okay. So, Mr. and Miss Tauruses, our greatest asset that wants to be shown for September 1st is communal living. Wow, and Galactica. Well, I can say one thing, Mr. and Miss Tauruses, we are connected to our other Earth sign, Mr. and Miss Virgos. Whenever you get the opportunity, check out Virgo's September 1st to September 7th reading. It will give us a blueprint and idea of how we can continue that communal living of self to galactic. I felt, even though they didn't get communal living, they did get Celtic. And the Celtic reminded me of communal living. Yes. But I feel the one that, check out Mr. and Miss Tauruses, check out Virgo's reading this week and Pisces reading this week. Both Virgo and Pisces will definitely give us a blueprint on how to solidify our asset and to be proud of it. We are the builders. Mr. and Miss Tauruses, we are natural builders. We build civilization. We can look at something that looks like an object or a thing and turn it into a building, turn it into housing for people to live in, turn it into spiritual practices for people to feel like a safe haven to express themselves through spirit. Mr. and Miss Tauruses, we just don't make things to make them. We make them to connect people to their soul, connect people to their source of self and source of their father, of their heavenly father, their heavenly mother, connect them to their angels. Everything we do is always connected to spirit and source. This is how we become abundant. This is our greatest asset, is our soul, is our spirituality and connections to things, people, places, and things. Mr. and Miss Tauruses, we are connected to the stars. We are connected to Aries and Leo. Aries bring out that childlike zest of self and becoming the trailblazers to not be afraid to bring out what we dreamt in our head and what we seen in our dreams or what we heard through others and how we wanted to make that a reality for others to feel from. Mr. and Miss Tauruses, you know what I'm feeling right now? Holding this card, Galactica. Or galactic. Every human being is connected to the stars. It's a part of our DNA. It's a part of our cells. It's a part of our mineral makeup. If that is the case, could it just be that everything that we do, everything that we are, Mr. Miss Tauruses, are spiritual? We cannot run away from our soul. I have had to come to that conclusion for the past 20 years now. But I feel honored, and I see it as a present in this year, mind you. It took me past 20 years. It took me to read the Odyssey and Iliad, just like Dennis Eggleston mentioned in his readings or through his discussions, through his classes. It took a human being like myself to travel through the depths of myself and through others and their influences of their soul to mine, to make me know that how I express myself through reading, how I express myself through talking, how I express myself through connecting through others has always been others, people, places, and things have always been a soul connection. And now, Mr. Miss Taurus says we cannot deny that who we are is soul in the flesh. Our greatest asset is bringing our soul in whatever we do, because it helps others to not be ashamed to bring out their soul in what they want to do. That's how we cultivate. That's how we commune. That's how we communicate. Mr. Miss Tauruses, you are the morning and evening star. You are the mythology of Venus. You are the history of Isis. You are the cries of Kuan Yin. You are the inspiration to understand Buddha and understand how Jesus was influenced by other cultures and other star people like his self. How Mother Mary created another star like herself through a source that she looks up to. How she was even connected to a man, communal living. If you look at the structure really closely, does it remind you of the biblical card that we have gotten of Joseph, of the story of Joseph and Mary, and how Joseph even had the will to marry Mary? Isn't that funny? To marry Mary. Now we connect those stories and continue it in the now by making our own soul path in what we do, how we create, and how we present ourselves. The actions we will take to bring out that asset of ourselves is the 6 of water, our opposite sign, Scorpio. But we're going to be very Virgo even about it. We're going to have an even set of emotions, an even set of physical expression, an even set of communicating. We're going to go into our memories from our history and our childhood to bring out those answers of how we did cultivate. How did we make communal living when we were young? How did we attract people when we were young to us? The things that we did that we loved, how did people receive that and give back to us? Those are things that we had to bring out in the now. When I sing and I love to do what I do, the things that I love to do, people come to me and ask me how. How did I bring it out? How do I feel happy? How do I stay optimistic even though the way I sing, the melodies you can hear has sadness and hope in them? Because I cannot disregard any of it. Issues regarding children. I have a child myself, so I definitely understand this. For all Tauruses that have children, now is the time to bring out that star ability in yourself. Mr. Miss Tauruses, check out Virgo, Aries, and Pisces reading. Those 3 will help us with the blueprint of ourselves. Those 3 will help us to understand what makes our soul become one. Romanticizing the past. When you do that, be careful, because we do not want to add something that was not there. We want to address the things that were there and see how they are romanticized. We will have the ace of water on our side. We will have that cup that we always wanted, that we thought that we had to find in others. We always had a cup half full or completed. Now we see ourselves no longer half full, no longer half empty, if you even thought of that. Now, Mr. and Miss Taurus, we see ourselves as a complete full cup. And we like what is in our cup. We like the water that is in our cup. We love that it is pure and it is toxin free. That we took the time to sip our own emotions and realize if it was toxin, to how to detox and how to purge those things out and bring in pearls of wisdom and paradise within ourselves. When we realize that we are that cup, we have always been that cup to ourselves and others. It was probably how we seen that cup. For me, I always seen the cup half full. However, the people in my life had seen it half empty. And I needed that to understand that having a cup half full means that I see myself as full. However, I thought I needed others to complete that cup. Now we see, Mr. and Miss Taurus, we have ourselves to complete that cup. Others are just there to add on, to overflow our cup. Pretty much. Falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition, a new home. So, Mr. and Miss Taurus, if you're thinking about remodeling your home, now would be the perfect time. Definitely, when you can, this week, get a money tree. Surround yourself with trees in your home. That oxygen will breathe in an abundance. It will breathe in new ideas. It will actually make our insides even more healthy. When we align ourselves with that, when we combine ourselves with what makes us Tauruses, we're connected to Venus, Isis, Kuan Yin, Shiva, Kalima, Mary Magdalene, Buddha, Jesus, Allah, Elohim, Yahweh, Mary, Magdalene, Isis, all that you are connected to, now is the time to pour them out, to bring them into your cup. When you do that, you will become victorious. Good news will come your way, Mr. and Miss Tauruses. I've been getting good news so far in my life, and I keep using what Sunshine Terror says a lot of times. Keep having a positive mindset. Whenever you feel negative, replace it with something positive that you know is you. Public recognition will be rewarded and will come to you. People will recognize you. And they will see that fire and that passion in you. They will see that that passion doesn't just reside in you, but it resides for the community. You've always been like that, Mr. and Miss Tauruses. Now be proud of that. And don't be ashamed that when you become recognized for that, don't go into that turtle hermit mode. No. Become that lion. Become that Aries. And be proud of it. Don't be ashamed anymore. We notice that when we become ashamed of the very thing that makes us great assets to ourselves and others, when we see it negative, it makes our insides negative. It makes our world negative. And we have gone through too much. We have gone through the Odyssey, Iliad. We went through Dante, Inferno. We went through Monte Cristo, friendship extravaganza. We gone through that. Now is the time to reap our rewards and to continue with our abundance. And know that we are the magician, that we will have the 10 of fire, that we will have that 2 of cups. We will have that abundance of love. We will have that significant other that we always wanted for ourselves. But we had to become it for ourselves. We had to be that lover. We had to be that very lover that we wanted that another person to be. We have to be it for ourselves. And once we did that, we seen that we become victorious, that we have that intuition, that we have the community backing us up because they see our soul before we did. Isn't that cool? Isn't that awesome? Isn't that a beautiful asset to have as a Taurian? When you realize that even more, then you will have so much abundance, just like that cup being overflow, just like the two beautiful people coming together as a union, positive resolution of a conflict. You will reunite. Whoever you want to reunite with, you will reunite with them. You will know the right time to reunite with them. You will know exactly the passion, the intuition that you need to bring forth for both of you to forgive each other and to go to your next destination. I had to forgive myself, B, if you're listening. I had to forgive myself, B, aka Chuck. I had to forgive myself. And I continue to forgive myself. Forgive yourself too. All the Tauruses out there, forgive yourself. Love yourself. Because we have so much love to give the right way that we want to share it with others this time. And we want our soul to be entwined with that. Accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related health concerns. If you're concerned about health, again, you are the builders. You are the soul of humanity. What's your soul, whatever you feel your soul wants to do, do it. If your soul wants to meditate, meditate. If your soul wants to go jogging, jog. If your soul wants to swim, swim. If your soul wants to scream, scream. If your soul wants to dance, dance. If your soul wants to cry, cry. If your soul wants to be a comedian, be a comedian. But do it because you know your soul yearns for it. Our soul is actually our food. Tauruses, have you noticed when we do not feed our soul, we mentally, spiritually, and physically start to decay like our opposite sign, Scorpio? This is why we have the opposite sign, Death, to remind us to keep our souls in check. So we do not falter. So we do not decay early. So we do not die spiritually. That we stay grounded in the four pillars, the four elements, and become that empress and emperor that we know we can be, and we will have the world by our side. We even have the Scorpio, our opposite side, justice, right here. Realize, Scorpio, the Scorpio side of yourself, Mr. Mrs Taurus, wants you to know that you are the four pillars. You pillars of any foundation. You are the builders. We are the builders. And like builders, our structure always is solid, not ever rocky. And if it's rocky, we figure out how to make it solid again. And we tapped into our empress, our trinity side of ourselves, mother, father, soul, mother, son, mother, father, and child side of ourselves to make our abundance more lavish, to give birth to our dreams and birth to dreams of others, and to nurture ourselves and others. Because the world is on our side. Again, 3. This time, Taurus is in the front, us, and we have Aries right there to give us that spark of childlike innocence. So whenever you get the time, Mr. and Miss Tauruses, check out Pisces, Virgo, Aries, these 3. And I always give a special treat in the comment box. Every song, every movie inspires me about each zodiac sign. Find out what has inspired me about our sign today. Till we meet again. Bring out that empress. Bring out that soul, Mr. Miss Tauruses. Listen to our soul this time. I know I had to listen to my soul. Because when I don't, my body starts to decay. My mind starts to feel fluttered with negativity, and my heart starts to feel like it's filled with plaque. No longer do I feel that way, and when I do, I always find ways to purify it. I love you. I love you, Tauruses. B, if you're listening, I love you. I love you very much. You help me to become the best me and to not be afraid of my asset, aka Chuck. You gave me the laughter I needed, my soul needed to be my best self and to continue. until we meet again. I love you. I love you, Tauruses. We will see you on the other side.